Yo, what's good? It's your boy Rell. We back with another episode of RellTalk. That's right. Today, in this video, I'm going to be watching and giving my reaction to Stephen A. Smith talking about the NBA's competitive fire. Where has the NBA's competitive fire gone? That's the question we're examining in this video. So, I'm about to get right into it. Let's go.
You've heard enough arguments for both Russell Westbrook and James Harden by now. Harden has been sensational. Westbrook has been historic. Combine the storyline of Westbrook's heroics following the departure of Kevin Durant from Oklahoma City, and what you've witnessed is a man on a mission, accentuating his greatness, and the fact that he was abandoned, left holding the saddle of cynicism from those who dare blame him for Durant leaving in the first place. You can't win with Westbrook. Remember what people were saying? But along this race for league MVP, you know what other element should be added to the equation? Sadness. Not for the players, of course, not even for the league, but for fans like me, like you, like all of us, who care just as deeply about the competitive fervor that's supposed to come with the games, not just the individual players who play them. Because as we get set to witness Westbrook, in all likelihood, probably snatching this award from Harden's claws after countless memorable moments he's provided this season, perhaps we should be asking ourselves this: where do we go from here? While Westbrook himself has never cheated us, ask yourself how you feel about others. Consider some of these facts. Carmelo Anthony averages 25 points per game for his career, but has never reached an NBA Finals. Chris Paul is sensational and is making 9 figures. He's never been to a conference finals. Mike Conley is a great person and a solid player. He's getting paid $153 million and has never been to an NBA Finals himself. Anthony Davis is a flat-out superstar, getting paid deservedly so, $127 million. He's not even in the playoffs. Derrick Rose went AWOL this season, but still cashed that $20 million check this season. The biggest news Joakim Noah, his teammate, made this season was testing positive for a banned substance. And he's getting $72 million. And did I forget to mention the NBA All-Star Game? I mean, the NFL could transform its Pro Bowl to flag football. And that would still be more entertaining, more competitive than what the players have done to NBA All-Star Weekend. So ignore hard-hearted comments all you want to about winning. You go right ahead. Just remember, there's a price that comes along with such ignorance. It's the kind you'll feel the next time you show up to a game, wondering why folks don't seem to care as much as we do about winning. After all, with all the money they're getting paid, how can we blame them, right? Guaranteed.
All right, yeah. First of all, I ain't know Joakim Noah was getting 72 mil, bro. And I knew he was. I knew he had. He just signed with the Knicks, of course. I know he was getting paid, but I didn't know he was getting paid like that. 72 mil for Joakim Noah? A washed up Joakim Noah? The Knicks, yeah. Phil Jackson, that's highway robbery. What Phil Jackson did to the Knicks. If I was Melo, first of all, if I was Melo, I would have went to Chicago instead of re-signing with the Knicks. I think that was foolish on his part, but would have went to Chicago and went and got me a ring. But anyways, back to this, what this video is about. So, talking about the NBA's competitive fire. I don't know where it went downhill. Okay. A few things I believe made it go downhill. Of course, yes, the money. Everybody wants to be, we live in an age where everybody wants to be, buddy, and everybody, is trying to get paid. Everybody wants to get paid, so everybody's all buddy. I'm gonna help you get yours, you help me, get mine. We're not gonna go against each other or be competitive. Everybody wants to get their piece of the pie. So let's come together and get ours instead of going against each other. So yeah, the money has a lot to do with it. I also think the guys, just the mentality. Mentally, the NBA ain't what it used to be. Guys don't have that hard-nosed mentality anymore. It starts with the number one guy and it trickles down. It starts with LeBron and it trickles down. Of course, we all know the decision in 2010 LeBron went to the Heat to team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. That was a weak move, but like it set the precedent for everybody else, you know what I'm saying, to follow in that regard. Like you see what Kevin Durant did with the Warriors and going to a 73-win team. You know, the All-Star game, guys just, you know what I'm saying, again, LeBron, why has he never competed in the dunk contest? Like, why? He even said one year that he was gonna do the dunk contest next year and then didn't do it. Like, all the greats have done the dunk contest. It's for the fans. Like, fans want to see the guys participate. Fans want to see the best players participating in the events of All-Star Weekend. But you get guys like LeBron not wanting to do the dunk contest, and then that just trickles down. You know what I'm saying? When Jordan was in the league, he did the dunk contest. Dominique did the dunk contest. Kobe did the dunk contest. Like, all these guys, you know what I'm saying? All the athletic dunkers did the dunk contest. Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, Vince Carter, all the athletic guys who could dunk did the dunk contest. It's because it's for the fans, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, the mentality just got weak. Like, just starting with stuff like that and then trickling down. That's why the All-Star game is so, like, guys weren't like, don't, you know what I'm saying, don't go as hard. Y'all remember the 2001? That's my favorite All-Star game. The 2001 All-Star game when the East was down like 20-something points, like 26 points or something like that in the fourth quarter, and then guys didn't want to lose. Like, I remember Iverson was on that team, Stephon Marbury. Those guys literally willed the East back to win that game. Like, just the competitive nature and the competitive juices, and I'm not gonna, like, I don't want to lose. That's how much of a competitor I am. Like, that spirit and that mentality in the NBA is gone. Like, the All-Star game has been going downhill, you know what I'm saying, because guys just don't have that fire anymore. It's really just a showcase. And like I remember watching Stephen A. Smith before was saying, like, you know, guys just out there dunking. Like, it's not exciting. It's not exciting to watch guys just run up and down the court and dunk. Like, these guys are 7 feet tall, 6'8", 6'6". Ooh, so they can dunk. That's not exciting. What's exciting is when somebody's standing under the basket trying to prevent them from dunking, and they go up and dunk over somebody. Why do people think Vince Carter's dunk in the Olympics was one of the best dunks of all time, maybe the greatest dunk of all time? Because Vince Carter jumped over a guy. Literally, a 7-foot guy. He jumped over him, like his whole body, like his legs and everything, like went over his head. Not just dunk on him like how you dunk on somebody, you know. No, he jumped over the guy and dunked on him. Like, when there's no resistance, who cares if Anthony Davis, who's freaking 6'10", goes up and dunks a basic two-hand dunk? He's 6'10", yo. That's not exciting. What's exciting is when Alonzo Mourning tries to go block your shot and you go and meet him in the air, body to body, and still dunk the ball. Vince Carter. What's exciting is when Tracy McGrady goes baseline and dunks over 7-footer Sean Bradley, and then, like, kind of hangs and, you know, just hangs on the rim. Like, that's exciting. That's what makes the game exciting. That's what makes people want to watch. Nobody wants to watch guys just go up the court. Oh, move out the way, go lay it up. Nobody wants to watch a 48-minute layup line. Think about it. Would you want to watch a 48-minute layup line? Just guys just going, laying the ball up. Like, that's whack. So, I don't know. The NBA got to do something. It's got to be more. I don't know if they want to shorten the season because guys are complaining again. I hate to keep bashing LeBron, man, but he's the face of the league. So, you know what I'm saying? People follow his lead. Like, people are going to follow suit. If you're the number one guy, you bring in the most revenue, you bring in the most notoriety, people are going to follow what you do. You know what I'm saying? You have the biggest voice, honestly. I mean, and everybody, it's the consensus that LeBron is the best player in the world, so people are going to follow his lead. He's the most polarizing player because he's the best player. When Allen Iverson was in the league, and Allen Iverson came, you know, when he had the cornrows and the tats and the baggy shorts and the headband, and people was not wearing sleeves. They might have been wearing them in the NBA, but people was not. Allen Iverson popularized that. Like, I remember when Allen Iverson started wearing the sleeve, and then going to the playground and stuff, and then everybody started having sleeves. Like, people would cut socks and put them on their arm to make sleeves. Like, Allen Iverson popular. Like, Allen Iverson had such an influence on the league and on NBA culture, and just merging hip hop culture with NBA. Like, people followed him when he was at the height of his powers. When he won MVP, like, he was the most polarizing figure in the NBA. People followed him. He changed the landscape. The commissioner implemented a dress code because of Allen Iverson's influence on how people dress in the league. Like I said, the tats, the cornrows, like, and that's LeBron now. Like, people are gonna follow his lead. The last few years has been Curry. Like, people have been drawn to Curry because, you know, he's a shooter. He's not, you know what I'm saying, he's not super tall. He's sure he's a shooter. He's more relatable. You know what I'm saying? People like me can relate to him because, you know, I'm never gonna be 6'8", 250 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but when LeBron came into the league, and like all up until this point, like, it's been LeBron. He's been the guy that people look to and that people want to see. And so people are going to follow his lead. Now, I'm not saying it's all on him, but, you know what I'm saying, it's a collective thing. Like, guys just don't have that fire anymore. And it's honestly, it's sad. Like Stephen A was saying, you know what I'm saying, it's sad. But yeah, I remember the Pro Bowl. I remember the Pro Bowl used to be whack. Like, come on now, nobody wanted to watch the Pro Bowl because guys were worried about getting hurt. So nobody really played. You know, the best players didn't play. Like, people want to see the best players going at it. And things like All-Star Game and all that, people want to see the best players. All-Star Saturday night, nobody wants to watch Glenn Robinson and Derek Johnson and freaking Aaron Gordon. Even though Aaron Gordon did do his thing when he went against Zach LaVine, but he's not a marquee name. Like, nobody wants to watch those guys in the dunk contest. We want to see LeBron in the dunk contest. We want to see Dwayne Wade in the dunk contest. We want to see, you know what I'm saying, who some of the big guys now. I don't know who the big names are. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Like, even Russ. Like, guys want to see. We want to see the superstars in these events, not the no-name guys. Like, it's okay to have some of them in there, but we don't want them trying to carry the event. Like, it's whack. Honestly, it's whack when you don't have the stars being competitive and going at each other. Like, there's no more rivalries. Every time somebody brings up the word rivalry, LeBron shuts it down. Like, no, me and the Warriors, you know, it's not a rivalry. It's not a rivalry. No, we don't have a rivalry. Like, that's, people want to see that. Like, that's drama. And people like that. Like, when Bird and Magic was going against each other, people like that. That's what people want to see. You know, when Shaq and Kobe was going at it with each other, it created a buzz. It created a drama. You know what I'm saying? But people wanted to see them. Like, people, you know, when the Lakers was going against the Kings and they had their little spat, and when they was going against the Trailblazers, and like, people want to see rivalries. People want to see players acknowledging rivalries and going at each other, not buddy. Hey, you know, let's go out here and get stats, but we're getting stats because we're letting each other get stats. Like, that's whack. Go out there and compete against each other and try to take each other's head off and get stats. That's why people are drawn to Russell Westbrook, and that's honestly why I think Russell Westbrook should get the MVP. Because Russell Westbrook tried to take your head off. I mean, I would say he's the last of a dying breed, but honestly, that breed is gone. It's dead. It left when Kobe and Duncan and Kevin Garnett, when they retired. That period is over. That era is over. So that's where the NBA's competitive fire is gone. So let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all believe is the issue with the NBA's competitive nature. Go spam the comment section. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it, and hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos and more reactions and more of my thoughts on these issues on the NBA, on various issues. When the NFL come back, I'll be on that. And yeah, so as always, thank you for watching, and that's RellTalk. Peace.